Mark, thank you. 3 Grand Rapids schools are closing after a tension-filled vote by the Grand Rapids School Board. 24-Hour News 8's Tony Tagliavia covering that story for us tonight live. Tony?
Good evening, Brian. The 6-3 vote in GRPS headquarters behind me just hours ago came after those same 3 members who voted against it tried and failed to get a separate vote for some of the more controversial closures in the plan, including closing Stocking Elementary.
Sad. I'm very sad. It's the school that's making this place so special. So, you know, and it's the people inside it. The building is not that as bad as they're saying it is.
That's one Stocking parent's reaction to the decision. Before the vote, parent voices were joined by someone on the Stocking staff.
The decision will destroy the very fabric of a close-knit walking community that has withstood many social and societal changes since 1923.
Administrators say their decision to split Stocking students between Sibley Elementary and Harrison came with input from a new West Side task force.
On matters pertaining to school closures and realignments have been definitely tough decisions to make, and surely are not going to satisfy all of the many stockholders that are involved in this process.
Some board members questioned the exact cost savings. They questioned whether Stocking is truly too old and in too bad a shape to function as a school. And they tried to separate the West Side decisions in the closure plan. But ultimately, those plans passed as is.
There's always tears. There's always frustration. There's always somebody that feels that they weren't heard or that their idea was tossed aside. And if anybody feels like that after this decision, I am sincerely sorry. But I have a fiduciary responsibility. I take that very seriously. And I also, as a board member, have to look at the long-term viability of this district.
Administrators say these decisions will eventually save them $1.8 million or so in the short term, more than $10 million in the long term. Other portions include, in the plan, closing Alexander Elementary, turning Harrison into a K-8 building, closing Northwest Career Pathways. Some board members did try to pull out another part of this, the plan to sell a GRPS building to a nonprofit group for $1 after concerns that the people running that school might want to make it a GRPS charter school. That ultimately failed. Now attention turns on the transition for the students who will be switching buildings when these schools close at the end of the year. Live at GRPS headquarters, Tony Tagliavia, 24-Hour News 8.